So Tesla is down over 15% for the week after a huge earnings miss, and many are wondering, is this truly the bottom? There's a lot of fear and uncertainty in the market, creating downward pressure for the price. But the good thing is there are positive catalysts in the pipeline in the coming weeks that should propel the stock higher. So I do think this is a buy the dip opportunity for Tesla, where the price should recover within a couple of weeks. So today I wanted to do some technical analysis on Tesla and make some price predictions. I'll also provide some trade ideas where you can easily triple or quadruple your investment with either a long trade or some options. Let's take a look. So looking at the earnings per share, there was a minus 17% miss on earnings, 64 cents consensus, yet it came in at 53 cents. So a lot of selling pressure for Tesla in the past couple of days, and looking at the RSI, we have crossed the 30-point threshold here. But the good thing is when it comes to the RSI, it is a reliable indicator when predicting tops and bottoms for stock price. So back in 2023, we had a major sell-off here, yet the price continued pushing higher. And that correlates with the price up here, but at the same time, we did have a top, and that was the correct time to take profit, and that correlates with this action down here, and another sell-off here, and bottomed out and pushed higher, and correlates with the rounding bottom down here. So the past couple of months, we had a bottom here and a push higher, and now we find ourselves in the same predicament, rounding bottom, and we are bound to push higher, and this correlates with the action down here. So history will repeat itself. The way this works is it's going to want to oscillate up and down, and the objective of a trader is to catch the absolute bottom, so you can get in early and take profit once we start pushing higher. And if we turn on our Bollinger Bands here, so the way this works is anything below the blue line, which is your mean, anything below is considered oversold, and that's a good time to buy. You always want to catch it at the absolute bottom, so when it's riding the lower band here, or it even surpasses below that, that's a perfect time to get in, because the basis of these indicators is it's going to want to return to home base, which is your mean here, your blue line. So it's going to bounce from down here and push higher after that, and the upper limit would be the upper Bollinger Band. That's when a stock price is overvalued or overbought, so that's a time to take profit. So up here was the perfect time to take profit on Tesla, and now we are showing a beautiful entry point for Tesla because we've broken the lower Bollinger Band, and as history shows us, this is bound to recover and push higher. And my absolute favorite technical indicator for charting is pivot points. Pivot points allows you to plot future support and resistance lines. So pivot points will take into account the previous day's high, low, and close and plot future support and resistance lines. It takes the guesswork out of price predictions. So like clockwork, Tesla broke through the first support line S1 here, which is at 230, and now it's found itself at the second support line S2, which is at $210. Now there is a support 3 down here at 185, but I am highly doubtful we will reach that level. That would indicate extremely oversold conditions, and that would mean an even giant catalyst would have to propel the stock lower, such as a black swan event in the overall market. And previously, this bar running across has worked as support for Tesla, as indicated here. So I am extremely confident we found our bottom for Tesla at 210 here. And the cool thing is this also works for resistance lines above. So if we scroll higher, so the pivot point here is 254, and anything above this is considered bullish, and anything below is considered bearish. So long term and into the end of the year, we can easily revisit our pivot point here at 254, and from there approach our next resistance line, which is a price point of 274, and above that continue higher into our next resistance point at $298. So again, I'm letting the pivot points here do all the work for me. These are mathematical calculations that have been proven correct historically in the past. There's a reason why so many institutions use this indicator daily. So with all that laid out for you, it's definitely a good time to get into the stock as a long-term holder. If you're a swing trader, the 210 price point is the perfect entry point to go long on the stock. And if you're an options trader, this is another perfect entry point for you to get in the stock. And you can pick calls for out in November, even December or January. Keep in mind the Tesla Cybertruck event is on November 30th. So I would pick anything on the calendar that is after this event, so you can take advantage of this bullish catalyst. So looking at the options chain here, I would select something after November 31st, so something like December 15th, and I would pick something that's out of the money. So looking at the open interest here, here. 275 is a good entry with 3,000 open interest. That would cost you only $189, or even the $300 price target at only $86 and open interest of over 2,600. But a lot of analysts are predicting a year-end rally, a Santa rally for the stock market as a whole. So if you want to take advantage of that, let's push to January 19 and let's look at some options chain here. So for Tesla, you can do something like 270 at $270 price target with an open interest of over 2,000, or even $300 price target with an open interest of over 7,000. And if you're a Robinhood user, some of these indicators are also available within the Robinhood app and webpage. Here we have Bollinger Bands, and they work the same way. So when it's oversold, it's going to want to bounce and push higher, and all of these indicators line up accordingly. RSI is oversold and pushed higher, and MACD was dipping lower and it converged and pushed higher. And currently we're way oversold and all the indicators are lining up, and historically this is the perfect time to buy. With the Cybertruck event around the corner, Tesla stock is bound to push higher. You don't want to miss it. So what do you think about Tesla? Let me know in the comment section. And as always, if you have any questions, please leave a question in the comment section. I'll be happy to respond. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.